awesome wheels on it. Really filled them wheel wells out. That thing's smoking again. Boy, them motherfuckers look badass on there. Having some issues here. This thing here's acting up, not sounding right. But anyway, shut the dirty whore off. That's loading up, and it's not backfiring out the carburetor yet. But I figured it will probably fucking start. No updates on that heap yet. Waiting to get tailpipes on. Waiting for the word. I need to get some header gaskets for that thing too. But anyway. The old truck looks fucking sweet. With this big fat meat on the back of it. This is what I've been waiting for. This is what I've wanted. I didn't think it looked good the other way. With these fucking thin fucking tires. And it turns out another thing. I bought these wheels off of a local guy. And they were on his 87 Chevy 4-wheel drive. 3/4 ton. So it was a... I guess a C20 or whatever. And he said these wheels was on this truck. He said I had the wheels for 15 years. Been sitting around, you know, sold the truck a long time ago. Wheels have been sitting around, so I bought them. Good deal on them. Now, one other thing. Got it to the tire shop yesterday afternoon. Left work early to get this done. Take it up there, get these tires off of the 16-inch chrome mags that's on the back, well, chrome plated. Took these off. You know, wider picture, here we go. These are basically new tires here. 255 60, or I'm sorry, 255 70 16 is what these are. These wheels, I don't like them. They don't have the right backspace. They stick way in there. Just don't like them. And I thought, well, now that I got these other 16s in here, I'll be able to put these tires on them, and make them look fat. Well, as you can see, that the wheels are on the truck. So, but one other thing, the tires just fell onto those rims. These tires here, they just fell onto those rims like with no effort at all. So I was like, what the fuck? The guy doing the tires, he informs me, he says, these are not 16-inch wheels you brought to me. He said, these are 15s. They measured them. And I said, well, the guy I bought them off of told me they were 16s. And they would, take, 16.5-inch tire, 16-inch tire. And I was saying, how could they fit both? But turns out they don't fit 16 at all. They're 15-inch fucking wheels. So, I visited a few forums yesterday. A lot of times I don't like to get on forums about C10 shit because it's an insult fest. Because you have somebody on there that doesn't know anything. They ask a question, and that's the reason for a forum. When you have a question and answer section, the reason for a forum is so you can get a little information off somebody else. Well, a lot of times it just leads to ridicule and bullshit like that, and telling those people what fucking morons they are. Why did you get this if you don't know how to fuck with it? And because right now it's trendy. It's trendy to have a square body Chevy. So, but anyhow, I get on there and I ask the question: can I put 15-inch wheels on the front of a 1971 C20 that's a 3/4 ton? I got all kinds of answers. Well, the main answers I got were, you may have to shave a little bit of the caliper down with a grinder to get the wheels to not rub the caliper. And another guy says, if you have a 1/4-inch spacer, you can put on them, and then they'll fit right on there just fine. 15s will put it enough away that they won't rub. And I heard this about 3/4 ton dually wheels, because you can put them on the front or the back of the 3/4 tons and the 1-ton dualies. You can put them on these trucks, but you have to have a spacer up front because the wheel fits in there so fucking far that it hits the caliper. So you have to put a spacer in there to pull it away from the caliper so it doesn't rub. So what I'm thinking, I'm going to jack this thing up tomorrow sometime, pull one of the wheels off the front, take one of the other wheels I have not finished yet, and slide it on there and see how it fits. I mean, it's trial and error at this point. I'm just going to see if it goes on there. If it doesn't work, will I be pissy? Of course. I'm going to be, kind of pissed off about it. I mean, I'm not really out much. I only paid $75 for the fucking wheels. And today, that's a fucking steal anymore. I don't regret getting the wheels. And I'm not going to sit here and point the finger at the guy that got it off of. I mean, it's clear that maybe he'd had them so long, maybe he just forgot what size they were. Maybe he just bought them and somebody else put them on for him. This is a possibility. I get it. I'm not going to sit here and badmouth people, for any mistakes that they may not be responsible for, or they didn't know or just forgot. I mean, people do that shit. People forget. It's how life is. It's just how it is. There's nothing you can do about it. I forget shit all the time. A lot of times I forget what I did the day fucking before. Sometimes I don't even remember taking a fucking shit in the fucking morning before. It's like, did I shit today? Did I? Well, fuck, I don't know. Well, maybe I guess I'll find out if my guts started rumbling. I have to go. So anyway, I think the truck looks really good. And I think it would look even more badass if those wheels fit on the front. because they're apparently 15 by 10 inch. They're 10 inches wide, and they're 15s. And if I can get a set of tires for the front, if they fit, I'll get a set of tires for the front, white letters, put on this bitch, and I will be so tickled, everybody will think I have a nest of feathers shoved up my ass. So I won't really have a whole lot to complain. But but with the shitty running of the truck now, it's got a little bit of a miss to it. It's carrying on. I have a set of AC Delco plugs in the driver's side bank on the engine, and I have E3s on the passenger side bank. So those ACs could be filed out, maybe. I'm going to take them out and look at them, maybe clean them up, gap them. I might gap them. I don't know if I'll still have a gapper or not, because I haven't gapped any in a long time. And I'll slap them back in there and see what happens. And if that don't work, I have an electric fuel pump, because I notice at times the fuel pump doesn't like keeping up with the carburetor for some reason. And when it gets hot, this shitty ethanol fuel sucks. Because as soon as it gets hot, it boils. It has a low fucking boiling point. It's like fucking olive oil. It has a very low smoke point to it. Next thing you know, you're just seeing bubbles in there. And it's like, you pull out, or if you're going like last weekend, I took the garbage up. I pulled out of the dump. I left it shift out of low 1 by itself. And I pulled it down in low 2 and started hammering on it. And then it just fucking fell on its face all of a sudden. Started missing and carrying on and bucking me around. And I just went ahead and shifted it up into drive, and I left off on it a little bit. And it smoothed out. Now, like, as far as like the running down the road, it runs down the road just fine. As soon as you stop someplace, it acts like it wants to shut off. Like you got a fucking old ancient fucking quadrijet on a fucking different engine that it's not set up for, and you got to constantly keep feathering the fucking gas with your fucking foot on the fucking brake, sitting someplace to keep the son of a bitch running. That sucks. I've done that a lot in the past, and that fucking sucks. And I was hoping to get away from that shit, and next thing you know, here it is. It's haunting me again. So, but the main plan was today, because it's Saturday, was to go up to Uncle Big Block's. He put exhaust on a badass Camaro, and I was going to go up there and do a video on the tailpipes and him starting it up and all that other shit. But because stupid Rock the Mountains is this weekend in Cumberland, because, oh my God, drowning pools in motherfucking town. Like I give a fuck. But all these idiots had to go fucking watch it, including my wife. She had to go run and buy tickets and go to see that. Which, I mean, that gives me some alone time here at the house. But then my boy, he had to take off and leave with his friends. So, well, it's me here and my daughter, so she can't sit around and watch herself. Even though when I was her age, I was left at home by myself, because us Gen X kids, we took care of ourselves a lot of times. A lot of the time we took care of ourselves. Because, that's just how shit was back then. And when I was a kid, there was like 4 homes on this fucking road. There was mine, my 2 neighbors over here, and down the road there was 1, maybe 5 houses. There's 2 down the road here. There was a shitty trailer that was for rent over here that nobody lived in most of the time. Now there's a house there, but there was a farm down here. A guy had like 200 some fucking acres back in here with his farm. But he didn't farm it. It was just there. I had neighbors just down here below my dad's place. There's 2 trailers down there. Nobody hardly lived in the one trailer, but the other people lived in the other one. And then it was us. And then my two neighbors over here, and there was nobody else. There was nobody else on the road. And then the farm up here, that's always been there. That's been there since I couldn't tell you when. Probably 18 something, probably, I would say. By the layout, everything, I'd say, yeah. But yeah, back then there wasn't hardly anybody here. And we were left alone all the time. My parents had a business in Grantsville. They had a restaurant they ran. And my dad still worked full time down in Cumberland. And he'd come home, get ready. He'd head up there to the business. My mother made custom wedding cakes and birthday cakes and stuff like that. And they sold pizza, and it was next to the bowling alley. And I always go bowling on Saturday mornings. I was in the leagues up there, and I took the fucking state championship in 1987. I was fucking 10 years old. That's pretty satisfying there. That's pretty awesome. I still have the plaque and everything for that shit. Not sure where it's at. It's around here somewhere, but anyhow, it was cool. And then, yeah. But while they were up there running that business, I was here by myself a lot of the times. Because both my sisters worked up there. They would go up there and work it. And, you know, I was here by myself watching TV. The only time I ever got scared one time was there was a bad storm rolled through. It was a bad thunderstorm. And it was bad. And we had some pretty severe lightning and stuff like that. And we had a rooftop antenna on the house because that's the only way you could watch TV around here. We had like 4 fucking channels. You had 2 regular, which was both out of Johnstown, PA. And then the other 2 was out of Pittsburgh. And the other 2 out of Pittsburgh, you had trouble getting those. You had to go out and turn the antenna to get those 2. CBS and ABC. And one was NBC and the other one was Fox. Fox was in its infancy back then, so yeah, it was there. But anyway, enough about that bullshit. But let me know what y'all think about the nice new meat on here. The tires aren't new. They're the ones that were laying here in the driveway that was given to me. I have the other set on the Chevelle I've been burning off. These tires and wheels, they really make the truck. This is why I love 15s, and I like the meatiness that they are. They're 265/75 15s, and they fill those wheel wells up quite nicely. Boy, I love it. It's fucking sweet. Don't care much for them front ones. If I could just get the other set, get them cleaned up, see if they fit first. I mean, they're so close in size to each other, you really can't tell that that's a 16 on the front. As I thought, if anything else, maybe I could find a set of 16-inch steel wheels that have them round holes that are 16 by 10. And try to get another set of tires for some 16s. But anyway, there they are, and they are fucking awesome. I decided to paint them silver. I was going to paint them white, and I thought, nah, we'll paint them silver because the step there is silver. It only makes sense. But I may paint that tailgate up with some red, white, and blue shit, maybe. Might do that. Who knows? Let me put some red and white stripes on those nuts hanging over there. And by the way, if anybody's wondering, yeah, the Mercury's running like shit. Got the 17s on. I cleaned those wheels up and painted them again. It's got a bunch of rust on the wheel wells in the front. Don't know why the rear wheel wells aren't eaten up because there's not a lip there. It's just one piece of steel. It's not double paneled. Like up front, when Ford put these together, these front fenders, they are doubled and they're spot welded, and they have some kind of insulation shit in them, which is fucking stupid. It's just a recipe for rotting the fuck up. That's all it is. So, Anyway, my headlights are yellow again. They ain't worth fuck anyway. That's why I have the great big fucking lights on the push bar. Those are my low and high beams on there. The regular headlights are still hooked up and working, but they're not bright at all. You can't even see with them. Without the other lights, you wouldn't be able to drive that car at night. The cops would have you with it. So anyway, everybody, I hope y'all like these massive meats. I mean, I think it's awesome. You can tell the axle is offset on these GM Corporate 14 bolts. You see that tire's sticking out on this side, on the driver's side. On the passenger side, it's in. How much further in it is. I mean, I really don't care. I think the truck looks awesome. You don't really notice it. I notice it, but a lot of people, if you're not familiar with it, you don't fucking notice it. So, the only thing is that when I put them other wheels on the front and I put a little bit taller tire on the front, I'm going to lose a little bit of that rake that I really like that it has. I mean, I got all kinds of eyes with that thing yesterday after I got them wheels on the back, after the tire shop put them on for me. Yeah. I got me some looks. They were telling me it's a tire shop. Oh man, yeah, those front tires are so dry rotted, man. You better watch those. I'm like, yeah, well, I don't really drive the son of a bitch that much, so it's not a big deal. So they are getting worn prematurely. They have some flat spots. They're wore out on different spots in the tread, and they're balding on the inside. So yeah, I think it's fucking awesome. I think it looks fucking cool. But tell me what you think. Maybe you love it. Maybe you hate it. Maybe you think I'm a dumbass. I don't know. Jot it down in the old comment section. If you want to. If you don't want to. I don't give a shit. Tell me I'm a fucking faggot and you hate my guts. I really don't care. Because at this point, I'd like to say one other thing. Fuck you, Instagram. You can go eat a dick. I called a person a bitch on there. And now I'm public enemy number 1 on that son of a bitch. There's some deer up here in the field. Anyway, I'm public enemy number 1 apparently on Instagram now because I didn't agree with somebody's comment. And I just called him a little bitch because they're whining and that Donald Trump didn't get his head blown off the other day. So they're commenting that, oh, wished he'd have fucking got killed. It's like, yeah, you're nice. I don't like the Democrats. I don't like them at all. I don't want anybody to kill them. I don't want them to die. I mean, they have their rallies. They have every right to put on a rally and campaign. But rumor is now they're going to scoot old Joe out and move old Camel Toe in for the big nomination. That's what I'm hearing. I don't know how true that is. I mean, it doesn't matter because they're going to lose anyway. He'll be out of there in November. So, but this, them missing Trump and shooting his ear, that's going to, that done sealed the deal. He's our new president. I'm just going to say it now. He's our new president. You can go out and vote. Of course, you should go out and vote. Let's get him in there. Seal the deal. Now, the Democrats are going to try to come out with a new virus probably to try and keep us all home, or they're going to try to shut our grid off for like the internet and stuff like they did the other day. Shut down all the financial sector. But it mainly affected the rich because I still got my fucking paycheck in the bank. So it didn't really affect me at all. But I figure this is going to be a tactic that they're going to try and pull to get you to stay the fuck home and not go out and vote and do mail-in ballots so they can fucking take it again and cheat like they did last time. But anyhow, everybody like, share, comment, subscribe, and I'll leave you with some peaceful cattle taking a piss. Well, it was. Little calf jumping around. Oh, I bet you're moist and tender, aren't you? Stop that running. Stop that running. Quit that running, damn it. The more you run, the more tougher them steaks get. What's wrong with you? Damn cows. Got a couple of bulls over here that are fucking crazy. But up here in the field, there are a couple of deer. There's one up on the top there. If I can hold this thing steady enough. I'm maxed out. So we got one up there. Got two right there. There's a little one. There's the one on the hill. I think there's a couple more up here someplace where there was. I don't know. I can't see them now. Those aren't any. There was more up there earlier. But anyway. There we go. Anyway, folks, I will see you all on the next one. Maybe. No. Boy, they're tasty. They're making my stomach growl. God damn. I love the sound of cattle. It reminds me of steaks and burgers. Can't help it.